fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Na bose vive na kiti enui na tulaje bano mabuli vemelem Ojibe kwa tulane bovo Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule hule Mona tunilu na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka nchuba diali ama abulezi okwenu na bakala kelwego nezi enwe n'ụbọchị akala kelwego n'odezi Makana baba neno waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono nanda gulugu seji tono nugu banatayi Kanye wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake kwa kwacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamano Umo Biafra kuyenwe Kanye wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Na nugo noe Mo Biafra na mekele unulina Nkabo nkani Mwa adati na ijele wanyi biakenemi Okwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere Wesi ya kene kene rugyo Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land among them. Adawuneya kalaya dike. Ma fondi mojiri diebu baby de beat vele among them. Abusi godo gweji mali bonini. Adagweji malo Biafra biya. Adumegwo chukwu. Papa gisi kene logi Philipu Efyong Abuzi kwa nwoke kwuloku wekusi okwu si na Biafra ekunye Na ya bụ Biafra ya tulugo wenata Una bulu na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo Noko guli nwata n'aka na ele Abagise kene logo onye ndu mazi na ndị Kanu Amadike Biafra kedebe nodike. Amadike Biafra bianu.
Never said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Pagibo foye tilindilo mbadangula unis.
Accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what is this is what happens. Nobody wants to do that's the problem. They sent her to my case. So the
Biafran government they know na exile cabinet me no no ano ekene unu jisinu ikene na chukuna ndana ya agba unu be baka no yesu lo be ya to kai maluge nu e jisinu ikene Kanelo Mondi Biafran Revelation Army Umuchukwu the agents of Biafra and the great oracles of Biafra Atukuya baurume Umuchukwu Umuchukwene Asekene kenele the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Weba Abuzi kwa batobiyo The best Atwele umu Biafra bianulonu Anonganga piotembe wile name. You wanna just show you. Yes. Mwana kwa mobia kenelio. Odagiri dimu. Ose fulu dilo bianulonu weni. Makwale na kosa de malanya. Mweji mwagu kojilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo wewalaso Muzikwe wabatobi Pagada gididi kebya nunu Mweji wekwala niyo Mwenye tukunyele ndi Biafra na nunu Nuna beke nege Asimona ya dele Biafra ni nenama Asino ya dele ni nenama Mandaye na bono mweno utelanyi welienne Mandaye na bono nudonu no mwe Makana mbona boke kwe na bodike Omoya na no, omoya no No before the belly no one I believe a good legacy will last forever, I believe and the remembrance of my bless you.
Each and every one of you, and as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla na ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla na ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, kpecha wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na ịja mma mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere ji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanya mkpa isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere, na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness. Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I
want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
A child of 20 pounds. I am a product and a survival of children and the generation that were starved to death. And I am very, very angry. I'm very, very angry. Instead of that we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast. I will turn to a beast. I will become a beast. You see those children that you see, you count their ribs, and their stomach are big. You see their stomach swelling up every day. We came from them. This generation of Biafra, we come from them. We come from their survivors. And you know, I will be a beast. Most of you who claim you you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria. For that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome every state administrators. Those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obatopie, we also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obotobie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obatobie has set up to continue to disorganize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obatobie has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank all the state executives that are working day and night to ensure that we all go home by the end of this year. We thank all the Biafra Defense Forces, again, the decentralized forces and some of the units that have been there. We thank you for the coordination. We thank you for what you are doing to gradually move the state of a nation with all the discipline, with all the respect, with all the dignity associated with the United States of Biafra military. That is what this new nation is working on. On that note, I thank all Biafrans that are present here, all the state representatives, all the country representatives. And I want to quickly recognize all the Biafran secretaries and the Biafra cabinets. I'm going to start with the cabinets that I'm seeing here, the secretaries I'm seeing. I have 1 or 2 minutes to please be in
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected. Happy weekend to every one of you. We have made it to another weekend. I wish you a very happy weekend. Those who are watching from TikTok, I wish you a very happy weekend. Thank you for joining. Those who are watching me from Facebook, I wish you a very happy weekend. Thank you for joining. And those who are with me on David Herbert's channel on YouTube, where I am hosting the program, I appreciate every one of you for joining. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all of us in this weekend. This platform where you are watching this program, for the sake of those who are joining us for the very first time, or those who will come across our video for the very first time, this platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the control and order of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. That is where we stand. That is where we represent. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to this platform to preach hate. We do not come to this platform to attack people or individuals. We don't come to this platform for propaganda or blackmails. In this platform, we do not come here to fight against any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to promote freedom for all. In this platform, we promote freedom for all. More especially, we present the case of the United States of Biafra before the whole world. The Biafran people, as you all know, are the people in the old southeastern region, which comprises of today's southeast, south-south, lower Kogi, and lower Benue. Wherever you are in this location and your mother or grandmother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran, and this platform is for you. Biafra is a country that existed from 1967 to 1970, recognized by countries of the world. The British government, France, Russia, and the rest of them came together and fought against Biafra for 3 good years. They committed genocide in Biafra land. Biafrans surrendered not because of their firepower. They committed genocide and they introduced war crime through starvation. They starved the Biafran people and used hunger against the Biafrans, which led to the death of millions of children in Biafra land. Women died, men died, unarmed civilians were murdered in cold blood, mostly out of starvation. The records are still there. The most painful thing is that today, the United Nations are still using the pictures collected from Biafra to raise money for other regions. As we speak, the United Nations, the IMF, they are still using the pictures generated from Biafran civil war to raise money for other people. But yet, those people who that crime was committed against, nobody cares about them or what happened to them. It is painful. Since 1967 up to this moment as we speak, those that committed that atrocity in Biafra land are still walking free. Countries that participated are still very much present in Biafra land, committing more crimes than ever. The people that actively participated in that genocide in Biafra land in 1967 to 1970 are still alive, some of them. And they have been celebrated across the world and in Nigeria. Given important posts to speak in public, they are not held accountable. The atrocities committed in Biafra land, if it were to be in the West, all hell will break loose. The genocide in Biafra land is second to Holocaust. If properly investigated, I can tell you that it is more than Holocaust. But let's put it second. There has not been any crime anywhere in the world. There has not been any genocide anywhere in the world that can be compared to what happened in Biafran land from 1967 to 1970, except the Holocaust. That is the only comparison. But the world has turned a blind eye to this crime against humanity. Crime against humanity was committed by those who claim to be the world powers. Those who come today to preach human rights to you. Those who come today to project the United Nations to you. And you wonder how united is the nations of the world. When they say human rights, you wonder what right do humans have on this planet Earth? When they mention human rights, you look at yourself. Biafrans look at themselves and they begin to wonder, what right do human beings have on the planet Earth? They speak so much about United Nations, and when a Biafran look at himself, he will be wondering, how united is the nations of the world? The global conspiracy against Biafrans cannot be overemphasized. You can see it again and again, playing out every blessed day. You can see the atrocities of the world against the Biafran people playing out again and again. But the whole world is silent. In 21st century, a war is going on and no media is covering it. No conventional media is talking about it. International media is not paying attention to it. The terrorist government of Nigeria have a stronghold on the media in the zoo. And because of that, they do not report what is going on in Biafran territory. But everyone can see
the video of the declaration of that war, broad daylight. The Chief of Army Staff came online and declared that in Biafra land, they are fighting asymmetric warfare. Later on, he came back and said they have changed it to a jungle warfare. That war has been ongoing. Even as we speak, it's still ongoing. You cannot hear a report of it in Nigerian media. No international media covers it. This is exactly the same thing that happened in 1967. While they were busy starving innocent children in Biafra land to death, every part of the world was bubbling. They were busy partying. Lagos was busy partying. While children were starved to death in Biafra land. If not for a few missionaries and churches that came into to support Biafra with food, something like Ireland, that passed through a difficult stage to smuggle food into Biafra land, it would have been a different story altogether. Maybe I will not be here today. Maybe our parents would have not made it, let alone we coming to life. These atrocities have continued and never stopped. The war from 1967 is still ongoing. The only thing that happened was that they changed the tactics. After forcing our forefathers to hands off because of the starvation, which is against Geneva Convention, using hunger to fight war is not allowed. It's a war crime. It is a war crime. But that was what the British participated in, sponsored. The Russians were involved. The French were involved. United States was silent and watched it happen. And that amounts to involvement. All these nations are still present in Biafra land, milking the resources of Biafra land up to this moment as we speak, making sure that Biafrans remains enslaved. After the 3-year brutal war, General Gowon came out and said, no victor, no vanquish. As always, as crooked as they are, with their lying tongue, as evil as they are, like the British that trained them, they brought that language of no victor, no vanquish. But from the day one, they are showing us there is victors and there is vanquish. They talked about the 3R. General Gowon spoke about the 3R, that they are going to introduce the 3R, which is reintegration, reconstruction, and rehabilitation. That the terrorist government of Nigeria is going to carry out this 3R in Biafra land to make sure that Biafrans come back to their stance and continue to work along with them. Reintegration, reconstruction, and rehabilitation. These 3R, none of them was implemented. Not one, not even one was implemented. And I'm not just saying it for you to show pity on Biafrans. It is a fact. The present governor of Anambra State spoke about it during the campaign. When Atiku Abubakar went to Anambra State to campaign, he reminded Atiku Abubakar of the 3R that the federal government promised in 1967. But unfortunately today, that idiot is in power. He cannot talk about that 3R. He can no longer hold the federal government responsible for that 3R. He cannot. But during campaign, he spoke about that 3R when a presidential candidate came to Anambra State. That shows you how evil they are. They are aware of everything, but they will never go for it. The reconstruction was not done. That is one of the R, reconstruction. Nothing was constructed in Biafran territory. No federal government presence was there. The Biafrans rebuilt their town, constructed their road, gave themselves pipe-borne water, gave themselves road, and gave themselves everything they have today. They maintain it by themselves. Rehabilitation. There was no rehabilitation done in Biafra land. Not to our warriors who fought in that war. Not to the children who they starved to death, those that survived. There was no rehabilitation. Instead, they continue to remind them that they are conquered people. Instead of rehabilitation, Nigerian government have continued at every instance to remind Biafrans that they are conquered people. They make sure that they take Biafrans away from every key positions in that contraption called Nigeria, even when they know that the Biafrans are the most qualified for any post in Nigeria. They made sure that the Biafrans have no position. There was no rehabilitation. They keep us reminding us of the past. They keep us reminding us of the wound of the past. They keep on throwing at our face, directly and indirectly. Every presidential candidate that comes to rule Nigeria will first of all build a stand on destroying the Biafran people, making sure that they put in place policies that will keep Biafrans enslaved in the Zoological Republic. That they have succeeded in doing. And those who join them in that politics have accepted their fate. There is no rehabilitation. In reintegration, they never wanted us to reintegrate. In all areas of life, they don't want us. The Biafrans forced themselves back into Nigeria in every sphere of life. In the economy, in their businesses, in schools, they reintegrated themselves. They went back to places where they were murdered. They forgave. Without an apology, they went back and started life all over again. Today, you go to Nigeria, you see Biafrans in all the states. They reintegrated themselves. And how you are going to know that they are not reintegrated and they are not wanted is that whenever something happens in any state in Nigeria where there are Biafrans, things happen across board, across the world. More especially when it has to be something that has to do with Christianity. They know that 95% of Biafrans are Christians. They know that 95, if not more than that, are Christians. So whenever something happens across the world, the backlash comes on the Biafrans. It does not matter what happened. It doesn't matter who committed the crime. It doesn't matter what really transpired. Biafrans have always been made a scapegoat in Nigeria, wherever they are. They have been murdered in the north at every given opportunity, as every little instances. Biafrans are used for the sacrificial lamb. They don't want us to reintegrate. Today, the new idea they brought is the burning of business places where Biafrans are trading. That started during the time of Muhammadu Buhari up to this moment. Muhammadu Buhari and his fellow terrorists introduced the method of burning markets where Biafrans are doing business. Several Biafrans were rendered homeless. So many Biafrans lost their means of livelihood and they start from square one again. Many lost their life, they could not survive it. They brought different kinds of attack against Biafrans. What crime have Biafrans committed? Nothing. The only thing that happened was that Biafrans decided to defend themselves. when there was pogrom in the north for no just cause, for a coup that Nigerian young officers embarked on. They changed it and called it an Igbo coup. Out of hatred, there was pogrom. Biafrans, innocent people who were not in the military, who doesn't even know what is happening in the nation, were murdered in cold blood in all parts of Nigeria, including Lagos. Including Lagos. Biafrans were butchered everywhere. Pregnant women cut their belly open and take out the fetus and destroy it. Young children murdered in cold blood. And they don't just do it. After doing that, they will put them in trailer and shift them to Southeast. After murdering Biafrans, they will load it in trailer and shift the corpse to Biafra land. And Ojukwu said, enough is enough. Called the rest of the elders in Biafra land, consulted with everyone in that very territory of the old southeastern region, and they gave him go ahead to make a declaration of the identity of Biafra so that the Biafrans can defend themselves. That was how the Biafrans went into defensive warfare. Biafrans has always been on defense. From the amalgamation of forcing Biafrans into this fake marriage, they have always been on defense. They have never gone on attack against anybody. How long do you want Biafrans to keep silent and pretend that all is well? What else do you want the Biafran to sacrifice for you to know that it is time to let them go? The atrocities of Nigerian government against Biafrans is immeasurable. So when you see us shouting online and talking about Biafra, 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 we are not doing it because we lack job. We are not doing it because we want problems. We are not doing it because we want to insult somebody. We are not doing it out of envy or jealousy. We are doing it to save life. We are doing it because we have become an endangered species in a country where it's supposed to be a home for us. Today you see Biafrans scattered all over the world, helpless, jobless. In the most terrible country in this planet Earth, you go there, you see a Biafran fighting to survive and swore not to go back to Nigeria, no matter what happened. A Biafran is ready to die abroad instead of going back to that very contraption called Nigeria. That shows you how serious it is. A place supposed to be your home, and you are being made, it becomes a danger, it becomes a terrible, when you are a Biafran in Nigeria, you walk out from your house and go out, you are not sure you're going to come back home safe. No Biafran is sure of the next minute when it comes to his life. It doesn't matter your level of wealth. It doesn't matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter how connected you are. You can never have guarantee of your life the next minute. When you walk out in the morning, wake up in the morning and go up for your daily businesses, you're not sure you're going to come back. That is how serious the situation is. And that is why when you see Biafrans abroad, it is hard for them to talk of going home, if not for family's sake. If not for this family's sake, because there is no place like home. But a country where you're supposed to have your home is under occupation. Under occupation by those who want you dead. The reason we are asking for Biafra is to save humanity. The reason we are asking for Biafra is to protect the rights of the people, to save life. That is why we will not stop. Even if it will cost our own life, so be it. So that the people coming after us will have a decent life. wherever you are watching this program from. If you are a Biafran and you have not woken up, shame on you. If you are a Biafran and you're watching this program, you have not woken up, shame on you. You are not sharing this program, shame on you. You do not have Biafran program in your platform. You have a Facebook account, you have a TikTok account, you have a YouTube account, and you are not speaking about the situation of your own people, and you are a Biafran. You should be ashamed of yourself. You don't want to talk about Biafra because of some stupid friends you have. You want to look decent in their face. You don't want to share programs of Biafra because of fear. You are ashamed to identify yourself with whom you are. Shame on you. But I bet you, it's just a question of time. Your action will caught up with you. The victors of yesterday, today, they are victims. The victors of today might be victims tomorrow. And the victors of tomorrow might be victims next tomorrow. It's a question of time. If nothing is done, it will get to every one of us. Just stay and wait for your time. Do not act. Don't do anything. Nigeria is a terrorist country. It is not hidden. The United Nations have given their report about Nigeria. Amnesty International have given their report about Nigeria. And it says the same thing. Nigeria is a terrorist country. Every indigenous person, not just the Biafran people, every indigenous person in that contraption have been made an endangered species in their own nation. The only difference is that it's only the Biafrans that have the confidence to speak. They are the only ones that have the boldness and the awareness to speak. Every other region has been captured by the terrorists. More especially the North. Before I came online, I saw an Hausa man lamenting how his own region had been taken over by terrorists. The Fulani terrorists. And Hausa man was lamenting seriously, calling on his people to rise up. All these are happening because of the awareness the Biafrans are creating. More especially the job that was done by our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. May Chukwu Kabiyama continue to guide and protect him. Every morning I come here, I shout. It's not because I don't have something to do. Even if I have something to do, I go to sleep and relax myself. There is something. It's going to add to my health. But I'm doing what I'm doing because it is to save life. And in our morning program, you are free to join me on this platform and make your contribution. As long as you are following us on YouTube, David Harbour channel, go to the comment section. You're going to see the link. You click the link and come in. The only thing that qualifies you to come in and join me on this platform is to be a human being. There is no law that restricts you, regardless your race, your religion, your location. It doesn't really matter. If you have a question to ask regarding our freedom or what we are doing, or there is something you heard about us that you're not too sure about, or you want to inquire, feel free to use the comment section, click the link and come in. The only thing we ask is that when you join us on this program, please make sure you appear in a decent manner. We cannot admit you on our program naked or wearing singlets. No. You must appear in a decent manner because the world is watching. We are representing the United States of Biafran government and the government is watching. The Deputy Prime Minister is observing the platform. So whatever information you pass here is going to go a long way. Again, we urge you to please try as much as possible to present your case in a very civil manner. Be civil in your speech, either question or whatever. It doesn't matter how angry you are, regardless how you feel. Try to conduct yourself and present either your question, your contribution, your superior argument in a decent manner. And I bet you will get all the response you require. My fellow Biafrans, a lot is happening, and we are back. Yesterday, we were here, and we conducted our program, though the way we ended, I had an appointment yesterday and I was not able to round up on so many things. And we have come back, and we're going to continue from where we stopped. For the few days now, we've been somehow deviating from our normal way of programs. We deviated because of the pressure at hand. There is something going on which every Biafran knows. Those who are not Biafran or who doesn't know what we are doing, who are not part of the United States of Biafra, we do not understand. But those who are part of Biafra, we know why we are a little bit diverting from our mode of operations and talking about some certain individuals who are trying to be an obstruction to what we are doing. So today we'll choose a topic which says the United States of Biafra, a mandate that must be protected and defended at all costs, forward ever. The United States of Biafra, a mandate that must be protected at all costs. That is the only place our hope and faith lies. The insecurity you are seeing today in Biafra land, the kidnapping and atrocities you are seeing in Biafra today, the only thing that can stop it is what? The United States of Biafra. That is why every one of us have to rally around the United States of Biafra. Don't forget, today is Saturday. And Saturday is a very, very important day in this very restoration of Biafra. Saturday and Monday, these 2 days are unique. Every Saturdays, Biafrans come together on a Zoom meeting to raise funds for the defense of Biafra land. We cannot continue to fold our hand and allow enemies to take our life. We cannot. We have been silent for too long. We have kept quiet for long. We can no longer be silent. We have gotten to a point where we need to fight and fight for what we believe. For a very long time, we have waited. For a very, very long time, we have waited, but we cannot wait anymore. It is now time to fight for what we believe. So for us to have an effective warfare and win the battle, every Biafra must put their hand on deck. Today is fundraising. In that fundraising, it is done on Zoom. Everybody have to log into that Zoom, but you don't have to wait till then. The link to make your donation is always there, is online. I have sent the link to so many people. Or once you see this flyer, look through this flyer very well. When you look at the flyer very well, you are going to see the link, the new mandate. In that new mandate account, you write it and click the link. It will lead you to how to make your payment. No matter how little your donation is, it is going to go a long way. Try as much as possible. Look at the flyer. The flyer you are seeing now, it is all over, except you are not following us. If you are following the cause of Biafra, you must have seen this flyer. And those of us that are in various WhatsApp groups where we belong, you will see this flyer. Those who are in my WhatsApp group, you are going to see this flyer. And from this flyer, or if you have my contact, you need the link to make your payment, I will send you the link directly. So every one of us, do not forget what we have today. It is very, very important to defend our land. And it is because of this defense that the enemy is attacking today. The attack you are seeing today is because they don't want to defend us. They say self-defense cannot be done with money. They know without money we can't defend ourselves. And that is why today they are attacking our finance. The Nigerian government is doing their part, and they employ some people inside Biafra to be doing theirs. What is happening today is not a coincidence. You just had a news that Nigeria has confiscated the account of some Biafrans, including the account of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The Nigerian government have confiscated his account, and they said he's sponsoring terrorism. Nigerian government is attacking the finance and businesses of Biafrans. Why they are doing that? There are some other people in Biafra land. They are trying to confuse Biafrans from donating money or from contributing to Biafra. That is why you see them coming out to make video. You see them coming out to introduce one thing or the other. You see them attacking our deputy prime minister. You see them coming and tell you the only thing they are targeting, whenever they see that this fundraising is coming in, they will begin to attack because they know that this is the area that helps us to defend ourselves. They know that money is the key for us to defend ourselves. That is why Nigerian government is attacking, and they employ some people inside the struggle to attack also. Many of you watched the video I played yesterday, and that video spoke volume. If after watching that video and you did not come to fundraising today, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. If you cannot appear, just make sure you make your own donation, no matter how little it is. At a point in time, Mazin Nandekan was even asking for $1. Mazin Nandekan was begging for $1. If the whole Biafrans abroad, we have millions of Biafrans abroad, millions. If every one of them pay $1, you know how much it is? If every one of us living abroad puts in just $1 contribution, you know how much it is? Do you know how much it is? There is nothing we cannot sponsor. There is no kind of defense we cannot sponsor. There is no war we cannot fight. Nigerian government knows this. That is why today they are attacking the finance and they employ some saboteurs inside what we are doing to attack the government because they know that the government is the key. We are no longer an organization. As a government, we have the right to run an army. Every government of the world has the right to have an army. That is what the United Nations law says. Some of you don't know how important it is for us to have the United States of Biafra. That is where, when you see people who are telling you about Briggy, talking about Briggy, these are people that don't want us to defend ourselves. They don't want us to be protected. These are the people who want the world to see us as terrorists. The only time you can operate an army without any trouble, that the international law will back you up, is when you are a government. Only a government has the right to have its own army. That is why when you see somebody telling you to go back to Briggy, run for your life. Run for your life. Only a government can operate an army. You come out and you are talking about Liberation Army and you do not want to be under the government. Who are you working for? What is your backup? What do you think will defend you? What do you think will protect you? You cannot work alone. No matter what you do, for you to have a nation, you must obey the international rule and laws laid down. You cannot live as an island. You cannot live as an island. There are rules laid down for you to obey if you want to have a nation. There are international laws that you must obey. And one of them is that you must be a nation for you to be able to have an army. Today you see people fighting against the United States of Biafra, a nation that have been declared on the 29th of November 2024. Signed up and the whole world watched it. And we signed up to so many treaties on that very day. Today, you see people fighting against it. And yet, they say they are working to protect an army. You don't have the right to own army. Whatever you have, and you are not a government, is a rebel. You can be addressed. You can even be addressed as a terrorist. You can be addressed as a terrorist, a rebel. But when you have a government, you have the right to operate an army and defend it in the law court. Some of us lack knowledge. That is why we are easily deceived. That is why we are easily. Look at what is happening in Biafra land today. Look at what is going on in Biafra land. The terrorists are taking over everywhere. Nobody cares. When they tell you they are pursuing kidnappers, they will only look for people in the streets and chase them. Go to the southeast, including the governors. When they tell you they are going after the kidnappers, they are going after those who they feel is their tribe. They are very selective. We have heard about people who were caught. They confess people who kidnapped them, selling their past and all that. And most of them are Fulanis. We have not had anybody arrested in kidnapping in the Biafra land by these governors that is a Fulani. No. The one that we saw how they treated them as the VIPs. They treat them like VIP. Meanwhile, they continue to cause havoc in Biafra land. They continue to cause havoc in Biafra land. I want to share a video. This is what happened yesterday. I want to share a video. What transpired yesterday. Let's watch.
Ebe moto na-abịa. Ọ na-asị gị no problem. Ihe akwọ Ọkpala road o. Kwa Hesman ka anyị na-arezi nke ikpeazụ a. Ọkwa ihe na-arezikwe, ọkwa ihe na-arekwa n'ụzọ Ọkpala o. N'ụzọ Ọkpala ha na-agbazikwe moto direct o n'ụzọ Ọkpala o. The worst one agba ha eburu passengers bụ ime ọhịa o. Kwa ihe na-emezikwa n'Ọkpala o. Nke a today being 7th of March ka nke a na-eme life in Ọkpala. Ọkwa ndị Hesman ihite stroke Ọkpala. Ihite stroke Ọkpala. All the home motor si Owerri, Lagos, Onitsha, everybody packed. All of them packed. No motor is coming, no motor is going. Thank you.
Did you see that? Did you just see that? This is happening in a supposed country. The terrorists have hold the whole road ransom. Travelers cannot move an inch. Every car is packed. This happened yesterday, just yesterday. Did you see any military man around? Did you see any police around? People are left in their own fate. Can you see this in a civilized country? Can you see this in a civilized country where terrorists will take over the road? That transporters could not move left or right. People are stuck on the road. They packed because the terrorists are operating. They will stop cars. They will take all the passengers and they walk away with them. And you will never see them again. We have seen this kind of video again and again and again. And you can't see this on their conventional media. Nobody reports about this. This is happening in Gopal. Yesterday, I said yesterday, you saw the person mention it. 7th. You just had the person who was speaking there mention date on the 7th. Yesterday. And everybody is walking about as if nothing is wrong. When are we going to start doing something? These are the reasons why we do not want to be part of the Zoological Republic. This is a country that said they had an army. But you go there, they are military. Look at, in Biafra land, everywhere is military. There's checkpoint, every meter, there's checkpoint. But yet, when these terrorists are operating, you will not see any military man. You don't ask yourself why. This is Biafra land, where the presence of the military is everywhere in the streets. But look at the road. In the major road, look at people stuck in the road. They couldn't move. They couldn't move an inch because the terrorists are on the road operating. The Fulani terrorists are on the road. People are stuck. But yet, when you go to this same place, there are checkpoints. Every street, there is checkpoint everywhere when you go to city. But look at where the terrorists are operating. People cannot move an inch. They are stuck in the road. But you cannot see a single policeman. You see why Mazen Nandekano is telling you that every single military man in Biafra land is a terrorist. Mazen Samoneko repeated it and said, every man in uniform representing Nigerian government is a terrorist. How can you explain this? The most militarized zone in the whole of Nigeria, and yet the terrorists are operating in a major road. Look at the crowd. These people, all these we see here, they have their cell phone. And this information have gotten to where it's supposed to go to. They will see it online, but they will never react. And I bet you, if you go less than 1 kilometer, you're going to see the military there. But they will do nothing. They will do nothing. The terrorists will come, they operate freely, and they go. And you want her to be silent. Most of us have seen what happened in Enugu, what transpired in Enugu, how they are raping women in Enugu. Why the governor is busy. He's busy sending people to Sultan of Sokoto. Many of you have seen the video of Enugu. Let me see if I can find that of Enugu issue.
We are going hungry. They are sleeping with our women. After sleeping with them, they will use a stick under their vigil, which is very bad. Government of Enugu State. Our farm settlements occupied. They were able to buy the Zipo. They went on the Mayo. They went on the Mayo. They were able to buy the we're living witness. How do you know? Yet you bought them 2 million naira. 1 million can never near John and Suso. Also, and then know when one you get Kita, the one Yahoo, not in and that's your Shinike, not like an edge my bay. Get your flanny with an wine. They are crying. Government of Enugu State.
This is what our Biafran women are facing in the contraption called Nigeria. And this is caused by the Fulanis. They have been doing this again and again and again. Helplessly, nobody can protect them. It is only you and I that can be able to protect them by bringing this information to the world, for the world to see. It is only the United States of Biafra government that can be able to make a move to defend them and protect them. And that is what the government is doing today. You cannot see this report in conventional media. The governors will not utter any speech. You can hear the painful story that that woman was telling. How the women are being raped. Poor people forced to pay ransom to get their life back. Some, after raping them, they will put stick in their body. Very many atrocities committed by the Fulanis. Broad daylight against the women. Helpless women. And nobody is paying attention. The governor of this state was the person I saw who sent delegates to Sultan of Sokoto to go and greet him or whatever. I can't just understand. My fellow Biafrans, the time has come for us to defend ourselves. The United States of Biafra will do everything humanly possible because the primary objective of the government is to protect the life and property of its own people, no matter how hard it is. This government is 3 months old, started with almost nothing, and the enemies entered and continue to destroy, cause confusion in the defense of Biafra land. That confusion has caused a lot of trouble, and the government is trying by all means necessary to manage that very confusion. That is why the government introduced the decentralization of the military. Because as this thing is happening in Enugu, the same way we have some happening in Ebonyi, we have some happening in Abia, we have some happening in other parts of Biafra land. And one forces cannot be able to handle all this. When you see some of them that come online to make noise, they are just a unit. They cannot be in Olo. At the same time, you will be in Enugu. At the same time, you will be in Ebonyi. It is not possible. You can't be there. This is one of the reasons why our Deputy Prime Minister is talking about decentralization, so that the forces will be close to the people. If something happens, they will react immediately without waiting for one commander somewhere to come and give order. The same thing that is happening in the Nigerian government. We don't want to apply the same system the zoo is applying. That when somebody is dying in Sokoto, you wait for Abuja to give order. When somebody is dying in Port Harcourt, you wait for Abuja to give order. And before they give order, look at the one I played now, where terrorists are operating in broad daylight. Where terrorists are operating. And if you ask them now, they will tell you that they are waiting for order to come from Abuja. They will have a checkpoint very close to this place, but when you go and meet them, they will tell you they are waiting for order. We don't want to operate this system in Biafra land. That is why the government of Biafra is talking about decentralization, and it will cost money. Today is fundraising. The fundraising have been introduced. You donate according to your state. When that donation of the state comes, on other days you come and make your donation on your own. All these things are made for us to stop this madness. We cannot wait for anybody to protect us, because they will not. Let nobody pretend and think that somebody is going to come to protect. Nobody is coming for you. We have to do what we have to do, and we have to do it now. You're welcome, my beloved brother Greg. Thank you for joining, Greg. Let's hear you. Speak to us, my brother Greg.
Yeah. Good morning, my brother Choose. Good morning, Biafrans. My greetings to our leader, Mazen Nandekan, and his son, Simon Ekpa. We greet him wherever he is. We greet our able DPMDrNgoziOrabueze and all Biafrans and the cabinet. May today be well and blessed for us. You know, when we start seeing all these things, happening, like all these herdsmen here and there, kidnapping here and there, it touches my heart that somebody know fully well that he is in war. somebody that doesn't have idea of what war is all about and what military is all about, trying to take charge by all means because he's sitting on the money that the Biafrans contributed. Somebody that knows that he is already in war, come out and tell Biafrans, I order the army to stop whatever they are doing. And foolishly, the army bought all those things. You know, all this kind of waylaying of our people coming on this on the daytime like this, stopping, robbing our people and kidnapping them, stopped for a long time. They were doing it when the military Biafran started fighting this military and the police terrorists in our land. Those things come down. Those things come down. But because the army, Biafra army, stopped, they recruited themselves. They strategized themselves, all these criminal terrorists that's coming from the east. And they start coming again, start doing the things that they have stopped doing before. So it hurt my mind when somebody will start talking about Dr. NgoziOrabueze and talking against the government. There is a point I have been making in this very place all the time. I always said, any person, any army that refuses to work with the government and it doesn't have the ID that the government is giving to the Biafra armies, that person will be taxed as a terrorist because there is no government that is backing him. So you cannot say I'm army. You cannot say I'm a Biafra army at the same time you are not working for the government and government doesn't recognize you. So this is where we have to bring discipline. That is where discipline comes. That is why they must obey the government and do the things they're supposed to be doing. Had it been that this man did not do all those evils he did, this division of labors according to the states, the decentralized of the military in Biafra land, and only one under one command. So this is what would have worked very, very fine. It's only one general to control all the commanders in the 40 states, and each commander will be defending his own state. If there is any special assignment, he will signal to the general, the one general, and they will have a meeting and know how they can go and face if there is any threat in any particular state. They will have to do what? Send some of their men to help other side if need be. This is what our army would have done without no problem if the interest of Biafra was there. If their interest was to free this Biafra we are talking about. But the interest was not there. Somebody had destroyed their mind with, polluted their mind with money, polluted their mind with power, polluted their mind with the things that doesn't worth talking about. And that is what we are still suffering today. So it pains my mind, honestly. It pains my mind so badly when we continue seeing all these things. Now, when you watch what is happening in River State, the Fubara politics with the weak and the federal government. Then you see the militants, the militants now is fighting. Say they want to bomb. They want to bomb the oil pipe. They want to bomb oil pipes. So you see how stupid some of the Biafrans are. Because they want to gain politics with Fubara, then they bomb oil pipe. But they're not bombing oil pipe because they want to be free. They want to bomb oil pipe to make sure they install Fubara into power. Then my questions come now to the Biafra army. All this money that we have contributed all this while, Simon Ekpa gave order, many others several times, about for them to go and make sure make sure that they stop the harvesting of our people's organ. That is one they are using one army barrack. Till the day that army barrack is still on their job with the terrorists and the kidnappers. Nothing happens there. No oil pump, no oil pipe in Biafra land have been stopped from this Nigerian government by the military, by the armies. Instead, we are here talking about who will be in power. Ngozi will not be in power. Nkele will be in power. So that is, for me, it's a very big shame. It's a very, very big shame. Yeah, but we have to move. We will continue because the battle, for me, the battle is of God. So God knows how he will fight his battle. That is what I have there. He knows how he will fight for his people because he cannot continue like that. So that is it. So let me give chance to my brother that is in the house to speak. Because the children have been stopping here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Pastor Stephen, go ahead and talk to us. Let's hear you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning to all the listeners. I thank God for what our brother said. Is in point. I just entered now. Is direct on point because this issue of Nigeria saying police state police is the problem that they are trying just to decentralize all those police commands in order to every state to be able to command, govern, and secure their state by themselves, not the one that everything concerning the security apparatus is coming from the center. They will be killing somebody here in like let me use River State as he said. But why this man is suffering? Fubara is suffering is because he has nothing to do because Wike has already gone to federal and the Wike has connected to Tunumbu with his fraud. And if Wike say that he need police, they will give order. You are a governor, but you will not give an order to any policeman in your state. You are the one that paying them. It's not federal paying them. You are the one that is paying them to govern, to secure your state, because it's to secure life and property is the most empowerment program of a government. So, but governor will never give an order to police, and it's being carried out. Ex-governor, minister of FCT, Wike, will be giving order. Before he talks, police has already covered the whole local government, and he will not do anything. A governor. I can also do this one. A governor. So you have no power to secure your government. to secure your state, which means that is why the killings in different states is happening in that fucking Nigeria. That is why that everybody is dying, because before we tell them that you are suffering, that something happening in your state, they have to wait, let them approve it from the headquarters. And because Fulani has been the instrument of federal government, they will never intervene. There's no government, there's no security apparatus in any state that they say there's kidnapper here, or there's all of them, they know what is happening. And that is the reason why Biafra don't want to make a mistake that Nigeria has made. But I don't blame Nigeria, because Nigeria was a business shopping center. Nigeria was a shopping mall. So, but Biafra is a locality that want to govern themselves. We are people that want to stand for ourselves. So that is why we cannot be like them. And that is why the USB started on time, laying the foundation. You can't begin to build when you have not laid foundation. So Biafra should know that every decision that DPM has taken and cabinet has taken, even passing all the bills, they are passing the law. It is all about laying a foundation. This is the laying of a foundation. So you can't start building without the laying of foundation. You declare independent, you declare United States of Biafra, and you want us to continue building on 40 foundation. So the 40 states have to be, it's not by mere saying, 40 states must start working, and it has started working already. So every fund that is being raised is going to 40 states. And why is it too hard on us? Because we have not laid hold on the revenues that comes from the Biafran land. If it been that this, we have captured it, as immediately you will not be begin to hear all those nonsense that it is good and they don't know where it's going. Kelly is not after Biafran declaration. That is the only thing. And even the video we are seeing the recent time has already showed that these men, these people were never happy. They thought that this woman will be speaking the same language they are speaking. Thank God that the Ebola generation has come. I have been saying it. What happened in Israel is happening in the Biafran land. And you people can see that there are similar. Even now the guy was talking, me personally as a servant of God, I know, because the tradition of my fathers go to them. He connected to Israelites. When there's Bible have not come to us, but they know some certain things, and we behave like them. So what am I trying to say? There was a time that Israel faced what we are facing. That every man was in captivity. All men that are supposed to be in the war front to run away. The Ebola wake up and say, who's on the Lord's side? I still mention it. I will continue mentioning it. Biafra know that that moment that a woman rose up in the land of Israel to defend the land of Israel has come. This is where we are. Every man run away. Ogenkele stand as a man. He ran away. He said it's not possible for Biafra to be declared. Akpalawa everywhere. Akpalawa sound like a Ekperi myself. He sounds like a Ekperima. Answering the Commissioner of Information. Whatever you give us as information is what we receive. It means that these people have decided that this declaration can now be possible. They run away, they hide themselves. A woman pick courage. Thank God for our PM. Who knows there is something that this woman carry? And it's the one that can stand. She's the one that can stand in this crucial moment, and pointed her. And she stand up and make sure that the declaration of Biafra was made against the program of the enemy. Before they wake up, before we come up from sleep, Biafra have been declared. That's why Hannah Bari na accuse Naja. Like what our brother say. He said, how can you say that you're a commander, you're a general, an ordinary person? He came on the line and said that he's the one that told them to pipe low. What a mess. You love Biafra land, you tell them to pipe low. You tell them to stop. Because they knew that the secret, Ogenkele have been eating the money for security. Ogenkele has been eating money for security of Biafra land. Ayane maybe before Abateke. They have been doing Abateke before. And now it has backfired because the door has been closed. Every fund is channeling to governors. Every 40 state of Biafra must raise commanders and generals so that we'll be able to defend our land and secure it. So Biafrans, don't listen to Ogenkele and whoever that he have bought over. Adandocho. And I will call him Adandocho because not Pogo we are Adandocho. Yo me pelonsi yegana posi DPM Ndocho. Eba polomo Biafra Ndocho. Oyo obu Adandocho. Ala pukuya. Ala pukuya. Also not BM's lie. Biafra, listen, hear this woman. He said PM told us nobody should do saga again. Now, what did this woman told us?
Exactly.
She's a queen of saga. She's still the queen of saga.
And she could not even stop it for one day.
She did not even stop it for an hour.
Even one day, she did not stop.
Even an hour.
Exactly.
So,
because that always use how can I make a saga?
Saga, now saga bidolo. Saga starts now. So, what are you telling me that PM told you? Which means you are a bad woman. That even if they give you instruction, you cannot carry it. Which means you are completely bad woman. Biafra, listen, there is nothing that PM told say anything. The spirit of Simon Ekpa is not the spirit of retrogression. It's not spirit of backsliding. Simon Ekpa is whenever a target, he has a target, he must pursue it to get it. That is spirit God have given to him. And God told me that nobody should listen to this. And this woman now is grouping, and there's no brokers all about NgoziOrabueze. Nothing again now as I'm talking to you. So Biafrans, know this. It is a moment. Let me say this, even though he mentioned it yesterday, that he will come in the fundraising today. You know that the people will begin to come money which they will not give. Because they want to show that he is not working. That Biafra say, we know that we will come out in full force today. Everybody come out. Also Naba Naugu. Also Naba. Everybody come out. Everyone come out. Don't ever stay. Make sure we must move. Biafran government have been declared. We are not going back. We may be seeing it so tough today. We are going to enjoy it tomorrow. Foundation is being laid. It is a moment of foundation. Our military, our security, the foundation is being, they are laying foundation now. And nobody should tell you they are recruiting this, they are recruiting. Yes, we must recruit. Even Nnamdi Kanu say, leave. Just resign from Nigeria military. Come, we pay you 2 years arrears. Join Biafra and defend your land. We need even the sensible people. So we must recruit. So there's no need of saying, soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain. Not be one person that will continue on defend the Biafra land. So I am saying this and dropping the mic. Everyone should know that the Biafra fundraising is making the security of 40 states to be intact. Not that Anambra is in good shape and Anudo is in good shape, but Enugu is not in good shape. It's not what Biafra want. Why do I want that our land should be tied? What is happening to Enugu? What is happening in Anambra? Let Enugu be feeling it. What is happening in Anudo? Let Oru state be feeling it. Every state should be feeling. We are rejoicing together. That's why this security matter is being decentralized. That everybody must work on their own to keep their security intact. Leave every propaganda you are hearing that NgoziOrabueze or whatever. Now people that is fighting us. Now this man named Abateke. Now choka we have that ego. Not be able source commanders. I know that General Commander Gento was mislead. He must misread because he did not. He's supposed to ask question. I say Biafra, may God bless us. I pray that God keep NgoziOrabueze, keep all the cabinet, give them wisdom, because what they need the most is wisdom. And all the men on the ground, God give you tactics to be able to overcome your enemies in the name of Jesus. And all of them that say that this Biafran will not succeed, they have lied. When Israel was young, Israel was so facing this what we are facing today. But when they are strong, that the whole world is looking after them. The whole world, when they cough, the whole world listening. That is better. Before they were small, they were tender, and people was messing up. Biafra, may God bless us. Keep hope alive, because we already been declared as a nation. God bless us.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You have really spoken and hit the nail at the head. Thank you so much for that amazing speech of encouragement for Biafrans. My fellow Biafrans, just as my brother have said, every video we have analyzed this week and all the video we have been analyzing, they all are fighting one thing. If you as a Biafran can look through very well, you see what they are looking for is just money. Everything you are seeing, all this propaganda you are seeing, every single one of them, what they are looking, why is it that they are only focusing on money? They are not even talking about protecting Biafra land. All they are doing is money, money, money. When Gento came out, it was just about money. Everything he said from beginning to the end targeted that money. At the end of the day, he said, contribute money to his own side. And all this while, you have never seen our Deputy Prime Minister come and force anybody to be with her or cajole anybody to come and be with her. You saw her video that I played when I started. She said, follow your conscience. You have the freedom of association. If after the information you have, your mind convinces you to be with them, go. We don't have any problem with you. You have the right. But if you genuinely want freedom and you want to fight under the command of our Prime Minister, there is only one government, the United States of Biafra government. And there is one thing every Biafra has to know. The Liberation Army of Biafra is taken care of 100%. Did you hear me well? The Liberation Army of Biafra is taken care of 100%. One thing that the government does not do is to sponsor rebel. The government of Biafra cannot sponsor a rebel. They cannot sponsor a terrorist. They cannot sponsor a kidnapper. They cannot sponsor a group. But every money that is donated under the government of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, that is standing in for our Prime Minister, every money donated through her is going to the defense of the United States of Biafra. If you are not serving United States of Biafra, please and please stop expecting money from the government. If you are not working for the government, stop expecting money from the government. It is so sad. I don't know why people find it difficult to understand. How can you, just like as the zoo is now, if you have somebody that is working for Ghana cannot come and take the zoo government to pay them. They can't. Even in state, you cannot be working in a number of state and you go to Imo State and tell Imo State to pay you. They will not. As Ebonye biko na wachi, Ebonye na aru ka na-eri. If you are working for United States of Biafra government, you must be taken care of. And our Prime Minister have said it time and time again. The Biafra, United States of Biafra government is taking care of their Liberation Army. The Liberation Army is being taken care of. If you say you are not being taken care of, it means you are not part of the Liberation Army. If you are part of it, you are taken care of. And anybody that does not come to talk is taken care of. So if one person decides to be a spokesman and carry two people and land on his back to come and make statements, it is up to him. They know where they belong. They know whom they are working for. Let the person they are working for serve them. This idea of using people's name to promote, they use the name of Mazen Nandekano. They talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. They use the name of Mazen Simon Eba. They talk and talk and talk and talk. Today, some of them they come, they will use the name of Butuzo. They will say triple general, Butuzo, 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 Butuzo. They will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Oh, give me money. Oh, give me money. We have seen, I always say it, we have seen a voice message that the government of United States of Biafra presented, where Butuzo played allegiance to the United States of Biafra. We saw the audio. That audio was posted by the Deputy Prime Minister of Congress. I didn't post it. It's not me. If it is wrong and he feels he is not serving under United States of Biafra, he would have come and make a speech. You don't have to send somebody. You don't send a second. You don't send anybody. If you like, he can wear a mask and come out. He can back the camera and talk. He can send an audio to the bank. But all these things are not there. And some individual confused people are coming out because of what they tend to gain, because of where they want to play allegiance, because they paid you to do something, and you go ahead and do it. It is up to you. Whatever you are doing cannot shake the government. Some of us don't know what it means to have a government. Government is a very strong institution. And after God, in the life of a human being, the next thing you can talk about is government. The power of the government extends onto your own personal life. Hear it again. The government's affairs, activities affects individual life. In case you don't know, you cannot fight a government. If you say you are not working under government, it is up to you. Go ahead. But for you to think there is a blackmail or propaganda that you push against the government to bring it down or to make it bow for you, I am sorry. You are only destroying yourself. Because when the government decides to come after you, that will be your end. And when we talk about the government of Biafra, we are talking about the Biafran people. The Biafran people will not give their money to somebody that is not working for them. That to somebody that an ordinary person will come and command you and say, don't do this, and you will not do it. The government of Biafra, the Biafran people are giving to the money to the people that will be obedient to them. When they say protect us, they will protect them. That is where the money of Biafrans are going. You put your money where your mouth is. We are not talking about an organization. It is a government. And what the government of today is doing, from that very day the election was done on the 29th of November 2024 date, every link where people are stealing money, every link where they put hand to steal money have been blocked. That is why you see many people crying today. Every site they will enter to commit their fraud or commit their fake numbers and whatever is blocked. That is why they are crying today. Everything in the government today is by merit. If you don't merit it, you can't be there. It doesn't matter whether you are shouting and shouting and shouting. Now I will say because I'm shouting on media every day, it should make me Minister of Information. That is arrant nonsense. That is arrant nonsense. You must be qualified before you be made whatever you're made. Considering so many things, your ability to represent Biafra, your educational background, your documentation, and your moral stance. These things we put into consideration before ever you be given any post in the United States of Biafra government. It doesn't matter what you have done. It doesn't matter what you have contributed. It doesn't matter. We appreciate what you did. We appreciate your contribution. But when it comes to people that we represent, every one of us, you are going to represent more than 70 million people. You must be qualified morally. You must be qualified educationally. You must not have any baggage. You must not have any cockroach in your cupboard. You must have intelligence. Your common sense must be working. All this is to be considered before you be appointed in any position. Today, those who have lost out, who know even themselves, their spirit will tell them that they are not qualified. But they will not obey that spirit that tells them they're not qualified. They will only obey the evil spirits that will come and tell them, go and fight, go and destroy the government, go and fight Dr. NgoziOrabueze. It is very sad. Just like my brother said here, the people that have come out at every point in time to give you message, somebody who come and give you message and say that my sister never said, I want you to check. The person that delivered the message, has she obeyed anyone among them? Including that one she delivered, she said, go back. Has she obeyed it? You that delivered the message, have you obeyed it? And even with all this, Biafrans are still listening. I don't know. I can't understand. I can't understand the kind of people we have this time around. I don't know the kind of Biafrans we have, that people that cannot even apply their common sense in simple matters. Look at the program I dissected yesterday. A mother came out and began to speak in that manner. This was somebody who comes in a program before, she will shout, she will overshadow everybody, shouting on top of the voices. Even when we are supposed to be silent, they'll be talking. Everybody wants their voice to be heard. Everybody wants to be in the camera. Everybody wants the whole world to know that, oh, I'm part of them. Look at what she was doing yesterday. From the very beginning to the last, everything she said there, it doesn't add up. No sensible person will listen to those information and align himself with that group. No sensible person. One of the important things that she came and she admitted in that very video that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is the surrogate of Martin Simon Ekpa. That shows that if there is any important message that we send, it will be delivered to either the surrogate or the lawyer of that very organization. Either the surrogate or the lawyer. The least, if they want to go down, the lowest he can go is to go through a trusted person that is a member of the cabinet in Finland, Uche. I mentioned Uche yesterday, day before yesterday, before even I played her video. And she also knows that we have a trusted hand. And somebody came and told you that Mazi Simon Ekpa said, you didn't ask, how comes Mazi Simon Ekpa did not send this message through his surrogate? How come he didn't send it through the one he trusted? Who is this person that Mazi Simon Ekpa sent this message? What is her qualification to receive such message and convince Biafran to obey her? What qualifies her? What qualifies her to be in the position to receive such message? What position do you have in the government of Biafra? Does it mean that Mazi Simon Ekpa have lost his senses within 3 months? Somebody that will know that is a military officer, a sound one, a sniper. Snipers have special training. Patience is one of the things they train for. Every sniper, go and check. Snipers, number one thing they train them for is patience. They can lie down in a place and wait for their prey for as long as you take. They are very patient, snipers. They train them on how to be patient. Can you tell me that Mazi Simon Ekpa, just for few days, he has lost his memories or lost his coordination? And yet people are listening. And this thing, she confirmed it in that speech. And one other thing is confirmed. In the platform where they are attacking the mandate, remember, there was a time they were attacking the mandate account. They say, why do you pay to mandate account? Why do you pay the mandate account? Why are you using the mandate? Mandate is not allowed. Mandate is not by Master Sam. This woman in that platform confirmed that the mandate account is established, was put in place by Master Sam. And she also is a signatory. She is part of the mandate and she's a signatory. She confessed it in that their program. New mandate account that they preached, they fought against it, they spoke so many lies against this woman in that platform. Still confirmed that mandate account is legitimate. She also is a signatory in it. And within this information that she has, truth and nothing but the truth, in the midst of that truth, she came and began to tell lies. One of the criminal acts that captured my mind was when she was said that she was advising our deputy prime minister to go and commit crime. And I thank Chukwu Okeke Abiyama that our deputy prime minister did not fall into that trap, because that was a setup. That was a setup. Advising our deputy prime minister to go illegally, to go and give something to Master Simon Ekpa, or to get information to Master Simon Ekpa, that she knows how to do it, that she has worked in a correctional center, she knows how to do it, that she advised our deputy prime minister, and the deputy prime minister refused. Can you imagine what would have happened if our deputy prime minister made such a move to go illegally, to get information from our deputy prime minister, to approach anybody illegally, a government to approach somebody illegally to get information? Do you know what would have happened? And this woman was bold enough to come on camera and say that she was advising our deputy prime minister on how to go illegally to approach our prime minister, Master Simon Ekpa, get information, send information, that she knows how to do it, to put things that are not allowed. You can take it in through connection. And this woman was bold to come on a national program, the program that the whole world is watching, indicting herself. She says she has worked in a correctional center in the US. So these are the people who were smuggling items to convict in the US. We have seen very many videos. If you go to YouTube, you type about that correctional center, offenses of correctional centers, you will see it. Go and type in YouTube, you will see how those officers were arrested. Officers that smuggle SB to convict. Officers that smuggle SB to people that are detained or take information to them. The videos are online, how they were detained, sacked, and disgraced. And this woman came online and was confessing that this is what she was doing when she was working in the United States as a correctional officer. That is what she was doing. And she tried to tell our deputy prime minister to do the same. And our deputy prime minister said, no, I wouldn't do that. Nothing illegal will happen in the course of the case of our prime minister, Master Simon Ekpa, neither by the Biafran people or the Biafran government. She stopped it. And that was what got her angry. That was what her get angry. She aligned with a criminal. People that are like manner, people that like koni way, people that like fraud, people that like going indirect. She aligned with them to come and preach. And at the end of the day, she told you, what is the government of Biafra doing with the money contributed? And she again shot herself in the leg when she said that she has been in the aim of affairs, contributing, supporting, and she left December. And she said, we have been contributing money before Master Simon Ekpa was called off. She said, where is the money that we've been contributing before Master Simon Ekpa was taken off? This same woman knows that the government has a finance minister. She knows that that place she's sitting, the finance minister is right there with her. She could not be bold to ask that person sitting by her side there, where is the money we have been contributing before Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken out. Instead of asking that person beside her, she was directing the question to Dr. NgoziOrabueze, who was the COS then. Has nothing to do with the finance of the Biafran people. Dr. NgoziOrabueze has nothing to do with the finance of Biafran people. She is the COS of the Biafran. But this woman, the person who is a finance minister, was sitting right beside her where she was making that program. The man was there. Instead of asking that man the money that had been contributing before Mazi Simon was arrested, where is it? She did not ask. She directed the question to Dr. NgoziOrabueze. That alone nullifies every trash she was talking. That one alone shows you that the motive today is for them to come and distract Biafrans, to see that fund doesn't come. Today, Nigerian government is fighting Biafran people, closing accounts of Biafran, including account of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. They say they closed it and they mention businesses and other people they close account in Nigeria. Why Nigerian government are fighting their own? They gave them that work to fight us internally, to make sure they distract people who are paying not to pay, to make sure the people who are trying to defend the land does not commit money anymore. Because already it was only December, from many years now, almost 4 years, to December, all the money, Ogenkere took it and ran away. No account. And the woman who says she's a mother, a grandmother, that we used to respect, was there, didn't ask her, begin to ask somebody who is not into finance. Who is not, and she's aware, that woman is aware, that this man had been called to come and account for the money of Biafra. He refused to come. She is aware. Now she has the opportunity to ask the man question where they are seated together. Instead of asking the man, you are asking, and you are not, if you want to inquire about what the United States of Biafra government do, you have to come to our own platform. You come in our platform and you ask questions. You can't ask questions. You cannot go in the territory of people who are not part of us. It's just like you. It's just like Tinubu or any member of the cabinet of Tinubu coming to ask the Biafran government to come and give account of how they get their money. Is that a madness? Is that a madness? It's just like Tinubu now, one of his members of his cabinet will just come and say, Biafra people should come and go account. The money you'll be collecting for your people, what are you doing with it? Is that not, that is idiocy. Nobody's going to pay attention. That is what you saw yesterday. And at a stage, I didn't play the video. At the end of the day, there was a place where she was saying that that a woman must be under a man by fire by force. That a woman doesn't have any right to speak. That is a man's word. The word belongs to men. And for that, and you know where that preaching was going. Chukwu Okike Abiama created this planet Earth, and every human being that has common sense knows his or her place. Undoubtedly. Everybody knows his place. But for her, an elderly mother, standing and begin to denigrate women on such capacity, when we are talking about civil issue, we are not talking about family this time around. When it comes to civil activities, it is according to your capacity of experience. It doesn't have anything to do with you are a man or a woman. Anybody can be in leadership. When you are given advice of equality, when you come to family settings, everybody have their place. The women have their place, the men have their place. But when you come to civil settings, in a public setting, in an organization, it is about experience, qualification. That is what we look at. Nobody looks at you, whether you are a male or female, whether you are short or you're tall, whether you are a Christian or you're a Muslim, whether you are a Hindu or whatever, whether you are, no matter what you are, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your orientation. What people cares about is your experience, your knowledge, your intellectual capacity. That is what people look at. But you saw a woman standing on a platform that was supposed to be representing an organization, and you are there denigrating women, telling women that they should bow, regardless of your capacity, whatever you have. You must allow a man, even when those men are not worthy, even when they're not qualified, and you should allow them to rule. That is arrant nonsense. That is the highest form of idiocy and deceit. And for that to come from a matured woman, a mother, It is a very big disgrace, very, very big one. And that was where I watched. After I had that, I had enough, and I stopped watching the program. And I bet those people that brought her to that program, I hope they will have time to go and watch what they displayed before the whole world. I thank Chukwu Okike that we are not part of them. I thank Chukwu Okike that the whole world have known it, that we have the United States of Biafra government, and it is one. Because they made that display before the whole world on Twitter. People were watching, and they will be asking, is this what these people are forming? But when they come and look, they see the set of people that are there, they will know that no, these are not the real people. These are not the real people. My fellow Biafrans, at the end of her talk, all she was talking about is money. At the end, they say, oh, come and donate to these people, come to this side and donate, so they can use their money and do this. These are people, a man who has been in charge of that money. The whole money will contribute is in his hand, and he is in charge of the defense. But from the moment Mazi Samonakwa was taken away, the defense stopped operating. Even this, when this man had all the finance in his hand, he refused. Even while he was dragging the defense and say he's in charge, yeah, he's the one in charge, and the prime minister must not talk to them. Even at that time, he couldn't be able to give anything to them. He held the money to himself. And nobody is asking questions. And today, within 3 months, the deputy prime minister is decentralizing everything, making sure that every resources gets to every department. The 40 states have all their own regions. And in all the regions, they have their own men, Liberation Army, who are working for the government in every region. The people you see that come and make video is just one state. The people that are making video is just one state, where we have 40 states. And the overall general made a video already. He made a voice note already. The overall general made a voice note where he spoke. And the government have told us that the general and every other person that is working under the United States government is getting what they need through the government. The sponsorship they need, they are getting it. So if anyone that is working under the government does not get what he or she, bring us a proof. Number one, show us a proof that you're working with the government. When you show us a proof that you're going with the government, then you show us that they have not given you anything. Then let us see how we will keep quiet. Let us see how we keep quiet. Because I trust my government that everything the government do, they document it. If the government give you a penny, they document, you put it, write it down. So when we are waiting for people who are working for the government to come out and say that the government is not funding them, then, only then, we can ask the government, why did you say you are giving them and you're not giving? Then the government will now, it's left for the government now to provide evidence. Some of you don't know. Even during the Civil War, do you remember there was a man during the Civil War that General Ojukwu gave money to go and buy arms, and he took the money and ran away? Did you remember the name of that man? My brother Greg, can you remember the name of that man? The one that took the money.
I don't know if that is the one of Ifajina. Don't know if it's Ifajina. I think that it was Ifajina I had. Which other person? Ifajina was the only person I know that.
He gave him money to go and buy arms, and he took the money and
ran away. And they ran away.
So it didn't start today. It didn't start today. Decentralization is important, and we don't want to continue to fold our hand and they tell us, oh, we have 2,000 men. 2,000 men, where are they? Ghost Liberation Army. We don't want ghost workers. We do not want ghost workers. That is why the number system was put. The decentralization was put so that we can be able to identify every single one of them. If you are part of it, you'll be identified and you get what you want. All these long stories of coming to do propaganda, to come and donate. No, Biafra is going to put the money and throw the money into the sea. No, we don't waste our resources. We put our money where our mouth is. It is that you're working for the government or you're not working for the government. My brother Greg, go ahead and make your contributions before we go further.
Thank you so much. You know, you touched many areas concerning the military and the speech of this 70-year-old woman, because I don't call her a mother at all. In the first place, this woman knew very well that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is not the finance minister during the time of our able leader and our able PM leader, Simon Ekpa. And this woman knew, let's assume, that there was no time our PM asked Ogenkere to bring account of how he had been managing the money, which he did not do. Let's assume that Dr. NgoziOrabueze, after the declaration of Biafra, did not ask Ogenkere to bring account on how he had been managing the money, and he did not do. Let's assume nobody asked him till that 2 days ago that she came out. So, still, it did not give this old woman any right to start calling Dr. NgoziOrabueze concerning the finance that was managed during the time our PM was with us here. And not only that, in this time, that's the division between the Biafra, United States of Biafra, and the people that call themselves, who are still yesterday, the Brig. There is a division. Those ones are the ones who believe in Brig and believe in Ogenkere. So, and he moved to their platform. In that their platform, she was not courageous enough as an old woman to say, Ogenkere, if Dr. NgoziOrabueze did not ask about the money, which she is among the people that contributed that money, and she know where they paid that account, the account they have been paying money. If Dr. NgoziOrabueze did not ask you, because of this young man that come out and say that they're not getting money, I cannot charge Dr. NgoziOrabueze alone. I want to hold you as well responsible. Where are the money we have been contributing? Can you give us account? Starting from the time our PM was with us, and from the time that you left to United States of Biafra, and you go back to Brig. Can you give account of those things? She did not do it. Instead, she was on the air shouting, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, she gave us the money. Dr. NgoziOrabueze, what happened to the money? Knowing fully well what she was doing. She was only not asking for the money, what she was only trying to criminalize and destroy the name of this woman. She knew what she was doing. That's why yesterday night when I was in 247, I said, may God give me 70 years. Let me get to 70 years. And if I can see the truth and know the truth, and I am intact as a being, and I have opportunity to speak the truth, I did not do it, let God take my life. Because me when I listen, okay, what can I chuku? And okay, who chuku say or don't worry. So she knew the truth and she refused to ask the question. And she's putting it on top of the head of this woman. The woman that stood for Mazen Simon Ekpa when since she had been taken away, continue fighting, and she's left as an old woman who's supposed to be there to stand give advice. She said, no, I go on Vatican holiday. My Vatican sabbatical holiday. In your sabbatical holiday, all those things, they were accusing this woman that she opened Islamic account. You keep quiet. They accuse her of criminality, you keep quiet. They accuse her of thousands and all those things are lies. You keep quiet. The only thing you did is that Jen to make a video that she's not getting money. And you being the member of the government, you did not use that opportunity. It's okay. No, I have to go back to this, go back to the government so that I will be able to join them to know what is happening. Then inside the government I have been, I'm a member of this government. I will ask questions. She not do it. It just takes only just to make sure out of wickedness and envy, to destroy somebody that did not do you anything. You come on and start destroying her name. It is not good though. You are an old woman. It is not good. And not only that, you are using the name of God. You know, one thing people don't even understand as a Christian, they think I am a believer, I'm a born again, and you forgot the commandment of God. Thou shalt not use the name of God in vain. You don't use the name of God in vain, and that is the highest crime and sin against God. Using the Holy Spirit, that they consulted Holy Spirit, and he told the Holy Spirit instructed you to go and destroy a woman that did not do anything, knowing fully well what you were doing. Thank God she is not a Catholic, because otherwise I would have asked her to go for confession. Because her own is open. It is too much. You don't use the name of God in vain. See? Then when you come on all the whole thing, then you start asking yourself question. How can people be only after money, the men on the ground? They ask money, which is their right, because they cannot be doing that thing and be going to work to look for money. They have to assign it as a full job. And the commander-in-chief, Simon Ekpa, have said, I don't want to hear anything that any of the military use the guns that are being given to them to commit any criminality. If you had been a criminal, drop it. If you cannot drop it, resign. Don't destroy the name of the Biafran armies. And somebody using that name, Biafra Liberation Army, coming out on the air, started destroying the Biafra army, that you are not in unity, you are not obeying your government, that you are not fighting, that nobody will tell you what to do. You have a complete general who is the Igwe Butuzo, and you did not humble yourself and tell Igwe Butuzo, let him handle that matter. You burst out, shows you doesn't have discipline. You doesn't obey your command. That's what it represents. Showing the whole world that you have problem in your camp. Showing the whole world that you are weak. If you don't know all these things she did, what those things meant. You know, it's not just somebody to come out and start talking. Before you talk, you reason the kind of you have to check, balance what you are coming to do. It's not up to 3 weeks or one. It's not up to 3 weeks or 1 month that Butuzo made a broadcast that he recognized only one government, United States of Biafra, under one command, and he thanked people that are contributing, that the men on ground is working. We heard that voice. So if there is anything that happened Let's assume that he is not in a good relationship with Igwe Butuzo, who he called his father. He has the telephone number of the Minister for Defense. What is happening? In my command, the area I command, we have not gotten anything. And we're having a financial problem. Then it is left for the Minister for Defense to call his man on the Biafra land and say, what is happening? Agent say they're not getting anything. What we gave to you did not reach them. Was it not enough? What happened? Then he will explain. And they will handle it inside if there is love and if indeed we are fighting for freedom and we want to go home. If indeed that what we are doing, that people are not envying somebody for one thing or the other. It's not somebody who come out and say, oh, but and inside your heart, it is not real. It's not somebody who's saying, oh, is my father, is my commander, 3 general, 100 general, 100 staff, 100 these things. And inside you is not, that is not what, if I'm Butu, that's not what I want. What I want is straightforwardness and do the things you're supposed to do and obey your command. Don't need to come and tell the whole world I am a triple general or 1 billion general.
You praise somebody.
It makes no sense. Yeah. Because obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Continue saying it. Because the sin that Saul committed in the Bible he did not commit any sin in the first place. But only that he disobeyed God. But no, which sin did David not commit? But David, God did not ask him to do something, he must do that thing that God asked him to do. And when he committed sin out of lust or whatever, he go on his knees and start begging. But not when they ask you, do this, this is what will help us. You will disobey it. That is disobedience. It makes no sense. You see? So that is the argument there. So I continue encouraging the Biafrans, especially the men that is liberating our land, the Biafra armies. Discipline is greatest thing. Okay, look what happened. Somebody, the so-called finance minister, during the time of our PM, said all this while nobody have asked him to do account. But today, the same person who is on your side is confirmed that PM called you to give account and did not do it. But you are telling the Biafrans that nobody asked you to do account all this while, that everything have been running well. Even
if nobody have asked him before and he's asked now in a government to do, is there anything wrong in that?
That's what I'm saying. So even if nobody have asked before, and they ask you now, we want to have account, so that we have a new government. We want to have a new slate. I am now in charge. Yes, I am now in charge. The PM is not there, so I want to have a new start from where I start, so that I will know. I will give account of my own if I want. If there is anything, let's say as soon PM come out tomorrow, I will say this is from where I start. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I control. That is how things run. And you say no. Who is hard to ask you to do account? You become what is happening today? Trump entered into office, and his government, they started digging, looking about what the other government have done. Majority of those people we are senators, and some of people are still in the government. When this new government come, they started saying, no, we want to go through every file to know where money went and what they use that money for.
Exactly. That's what Trump is doing today.
Yeah. It is his right. We do. And you come to bring it Biafra. You say, who is DPMDrNgoziOrabueze? Who is all those people all those cabinet to ask you to come and do it? And they all look and boom. And some people are following you. And the armies who say they doesn't want to be in Nigeria. So they have not known what they are fighting for. Are listening to you. Those people are listening to Ogenkere. For me, There is nothing, for the sake he didn't want to do that account, there is nothing he will do that I will follow him. Even if
he still have the God to tell people to donate more.
Yeah. So it makes no sense, because there is no openness on it. You as an army, nobody is holding anybody's life. Nobody holds his own life. If somebody had been sending money to me, it happened. Let me use myself and give an example. And if that person is not making any account, and the family tomorrow did not see me, that person, they will say that they have been giving me every month that the Biafra have been contributing, and I'm not there to deny it, and nobody will argue it. And they ask you to do account when everybody is still alive and everybody is still fit, so that we know how you have been working. You say no, nobody will ask you. You see, if there is money that was sent to Ikonso, and they ask to do account, when is Ikonso now to give account of those things? No, and somebody can come and tell you, I give you Ikonso billions, because it's not there to say yes or no. It can be true, it can be lie. But this one, Ubutu is still alive. All the armies, most of them are still alive. Who in charge? Give account, let us know what happened. He said he will not do it. So if anything happened tomorrow, who will say you did it or you did not do it? So Biafrans are not thinking. They don't reason. Our people don't reason. It's only just because he chooses my friend. And if he do something, I will follow him. No. I will tell you, my brother, you are my friend. My brother, you are the same mother, the same father. Make sure you give these people your accounts. If they are owing you, they will do what? They will pay you. I'll tell you when to pay you. Or if you make account, it's you who mismanage the money. Then you tell them when you have to balance the account. At least every record, there will be record. You say nobody will tell you. As people are supporting you. Those people that knew, the whole Biafrans knew that they benefited from the money. If you did not benefit from those money, why didn't you encourage the person to do account? And a lot of people find it as something that is worthy not to do. So my brother, it's a shame. It's a shame when you start talking about this speech that this woman come out last 2 days to that his speech is you can analyze it for 1 month. I'm telling you, yeah, because many things to talk about, so many things to talk about, you know, so many things to talk about on that speech. So what I'm encouraging Biafrans is the truth is straight. The truth is straight. All these past 3.5 months now, it is only lies that have been used against Dr. NgoziOrabueze. And NgoziOrabueze have not spoken against any of them. The only thing the woman said is, give us account. That is the problem. And she never said that this man stole our money.
No.
Because I watched. No.
She never said it.
She never said it.
She never said it.
So he never accused you of stealing money. He said, let us see how you manage the account.
Absolutely simple.
Simple. It become a tiger. It become a problem. Division. The house. And people are following them. Woe. Woe. Woe to those people that continue in that lane. Woe to them. I'm telling you. That is my conclusion. Enweghị ebe isi woman si mejọ, Dr. Ngozi eme ebe o si wee mejọ onye ọbụla. Enweghị onye o mejọrọ, nwebeghị onye o mejọrọ. Enwebeghị onye nwaanyị a mejọrọ. Enwebeghị onye nwaanyị a this woman, enwebeghị onye nwaanyị a mejọrọ. Ụmụ Biafra enwebeghị onye this woman mejọrọ. Ọ chọghị ka nwekwa ada. Ọ ka nwoke nwe nwa ọsọ. Onye achụkwana onye chi ya na-achụ ha. Onye achụkwana onye chi ya na-achụ ha. onye achụkwana onye chi ya na-achụghụ. Adaonowu achụkwana onye chi ya na-achụghụ. Onye chi ya na-agbara ọgụ alụsịkwana ya ọgụ. Ịlụsị ya ọgụ ibi aka n'ala. Achụkwana onye chi ya na-achụghụ. Ị gaghị ebukọ nwaanyị mmadụ mmiri nnu ha nye ya mmiri n'isi. Ị gaghị eburu nnu bunye ya were mkpụ ya na-abụrụ mmiri ya ozugbo gị kọmand ren ka ọ ma ya ma mmiri nnu ha na-awụ ya n'ahụ. Ọ gaghị adịkwara onye ahụ mma ma nwa di gwụrụ ya mmiri azụ. Ọ gaghị adịkwara ya mma. Ụnụ ha ediklara Biafra ọnụ gbawa nwaanyị aka. Sụ ndị amị ege na ya ntị. Sụ ndị amị ajịjezi n'ọgụ. A na-egbu ndị be anyị. Ebidozi egbuwe ndị be anyị. Ọ bụrụzi na nwaanyị na-egbuzi ndị be anyị. Nwaanyị ndị na n'ụlọ sị ka anyị hanyere ndị ahụ ka anyị bido ha ya kwụ ndị amị ndị ọzọ ka ha nye aka. Ọnụ sọ ọ bụrụ na ụnụ nwa ahụ ha ya ndị amị unu ga-egbu ya unu ga-egbucha ndị na-aha ya. Ebe ọ na-eti ya n'aka unu kụchi ya. A na-eme ID card. Unu kwuwezi na suspended ID card. Kemgbe DPM ji wee suspend ID card. Ele mgbe eji wee suspend esum emezina ID card.
I suspended for their group. No, come with one. Their group.
Because they're not Biafra. Because they don't want the Biafra.
They don't have access to it. You can say not suspended. Yeah.
Anyone having access to can suspend it.
You see? I made a question. I said, when are we going to start ID card?
So that is it. People see Bruce also propaganda and lies and the man nation. Oga adokwanda hamma. Oga adokwara hamma. Oga adokwara hamma. Ọkwa onye togbuo n'oge orio n'ọfọ. Ọkwa onye togbuo n'oge orio n'ọfọ. So say ya ihe nwe m na-ekwu na-agwakwa ndị Biafra. So my brother, continue.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. All this while, this just like as you said, Auburn and that is serious and they really will know what they're doing. They should have keep themselves busy and be doing something. We just had, they said, ID card cancel. Because they don't have access to it. Everything they don't have access to, they cancel it. But we don't get involved in all those nonsense. Have you ever had our deputy prime minister telling you that the office they hijacked in Baltimore was cancelled? We ignore them, and the new office is being opened in DC. That is how to do it. Since you know what you have something to do, get busy. Keep yourself busy doing something.
At least let them be using that one.
You see, the deputy prime minister ignored them. Never talked about Baltimore office. They went and hung their picture, they hijacked their signature, and everything is there. She left them and opened the DC. And they are crying about DC today. Just imagine. You wanted to say something, my brother?
No, as I say, yeah, have one of the office. So Hajiji.
Hajiji?
Jiji when no mudodo. Look what that.
Hey, Chideke, everybody, brother. Let me hear even though why I met him, let me hear a man with ya. The other time, I had one again that was saying that they have the documents. Now the documents are with them, and the documents is with you. Oh yeah, continue to fight for Biafra and leave us alone. Leave us alone. Focus and get busy. You will not. Only pushing lies and propaganda, and every lie they push backfires against them. It is sad. And let us watch this video. This video I wanted to play yesterday. I played it, but we were not able to talk about the video. So let us listen to this video. This video we are about to play is a very important one.
So much,
I want
thank you so
everyone
much.
of us to pay attention to this very video. This is a cabinet meeting that was held before the declaration of Biafra in Lahti, Finland. This is where the order was given to do everything you see Deputy Prime Minister doing today. This is where our Prime Minister Simon gave the authority to a committee to plan what you are seeing today. And that committee that planned what you're seeing today, they are the one doing it and carrying it on. This video explains so many things, and any Biafra that will watch this video, after watching this video, you still go back, say you are confused, or you still come here and ask questions, and you still say you don't know where you belong. I am sorry. I saw that woman that say Martin Nandekano sent her message. I saw this video now. I don't know what she's going to explain in this video. I don't know how she's going to twist it. I don't know how she could, because I didn't want to listen, because I know she doesn't have that wisdom, knowledge to interpret or to say things the way it is. She will always try to use her own gara to confuse ignorant people like herself. But for any intelligent Biafran that is decent, when I'm talking about intelligent, it is not by education. People that has common sense. Common sense. After watching this video, you don't need to ask anybody question where you should lay your tent. You don't need to wait for anybody to preach to you. You don't need to wait for anybody to tell you what to do and what to do. And in this very video, you are going to hear the name of some people that I have mentioned in this platform as people you must lay. Any place you see them go, that is where Master Simon Ekpa is going. Because Master Simon Ekpa is the one that laid the foundation of everything we are doing today. When I say it sometimes, you don't understand. It is not everything that I'm going to talk about. But they have pushed and pushed and pushed to the extent that our deputy prime minister have begun to release certain things. And it is good. We are lucky that she is the COS. You can imagine the information that's in her hand. That is why I tell you here, if there's anybody that has accurate and more information, it is the COS. Everybody that is running around today as people working for United States of Biafra, she signs the errand. Most of them, she types the message, she want to type the message and send to them on what they will do. So whatever you think you are doing for Biafra today, she knows about it. Even if she doesn't come to you, she is the one that is going to write it. The prime minister will give the instruction for her to type it, write it, and then it will be sent to you in the name of the prime minister. She delegates duties to every official of United States of Biafra. She's the one that delegates those duties. So there is no other person that has more information in the United States of Biafra than her. No single person that have more information than her. And you can imagine, if she doesn't have these informations, you can imagine how they would have bullied her. You can imagine how they would have lied and lied and lied, and how their lie would have helped them. But because she is accurately, correctly positioned, standing on the foundation truthfully, all the enemies are falling side by side. As they are campaigning, we are winning more so. The more they campaign, attack, the more they lose. The more they push their propaganda, the more they lose. I want us to listen to this very short video. And while you listen, we are going to explain it stage by stage. Maybe that will equally make you understand. Many of us have watched it, and many of us have understood it the way we want to understand it. And every time you watch it, you might understand a different thing. So if there is something different you understand as we are playing the video, please use the link and come in and then give us your understanding. While myself and my brother Greg here, we continue to analyze the video as it plays. But if you have any objection, you have a superior argument, or you have a different understanding, as we explain, please use the link. Come in and bring in your superior argument. We will permit you and allow you to say what you want to say. So let's listen to this very video. As I told you, it is a cabinet meeting that was held before, some days before the declaration of the United States of Biafra in Lahti, Finland, while our prime minister was still with us. This very meeting was held. before our prime minister was taken away from us. Within that time, from some days before he was taken away. So I want you to pay attention. Let us hear, listen, and dissect the video.
Thank you so much, PM. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Currency Department. On that note, we go to the next agenda we have for the meeting today. We have
the meeting here is directed by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Then she was the COS. You can see her there organizing and officiating the meeting. She's moderating the meeting. Mazi Samoneba is present, but she was moderating the meeting as the COS on this meeting and listening to what she has to say.
The announcement of the Committee for Bridge Restructure, Peri and Post Declaration by our Prime Minister. Here.
All right, thank you very much, the COS. Today, as we get closer to the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, we are making sure that we are hitting the ground running, putting every mechanism in place. And of course, as that is happening, we put a necessary structure that is not yet in place.
Putting necessary structures that is not yet in place while we are moving forward to the declaration of the restoration of Biafra. That is what you are seeing going to happen.
The declaration of Biafra in Finland will spark international discussion.
Did you hear that? The declaration of Biafra in Finland will spark international discussion.
The international discussion is going to spark is the one that will shake the entire world. So, Odeshi has been activated.
Did you hear that?
So we can stand shaking. I am telling you the fact. Odeshi has been activated. Because the discussion, like the police told me here.
Listen carefully. Remember, before this declaration, our Prime Minister went to the Finnish authority and tendered information, tendered documents to tell them that we want to do the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra in Finland. He went to the presidency, he went to the local authority, and he went to the police. And here, our Prime Minister is telling us what the police told him when he went to the police to tell them that we are going to declare Biafra, redeclare Biafra in Finland. Listen.
Simon, do you know that this is going to spark a very big international discussion? I say that's exactly what I'm looking for.
He said, Simon, do you know that this is going to spark a very big international discussion? Do you know that this very move will spark a very big international discussion? And our Prime Minister said, I know, and that is what I want. When you hear spark a very big international discussion, that word is big and heavy. If you are not mentally sound, you cannot be able to dissect that word. But I bet you, when a police officer told our Prime Minister that very information, he knows what was coming. He knows what it means to spark an international discussion. Mazi someone who knows the weight of what is coming. He knew that was a warning, and he knows the weight, and he told the man that that is what I wanted. And what you are seeing today, the detention of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, you are seeing today, is one of those spark that is expected. The detention of the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is one of those spark that he himself knew was coming. He knew very well that it's coming. And that was why, before he got there, he said, we activate Odeshi. This simple statement has weight, but you wouldn't understand. So many of us were not able to dissect the weight of that spark international discussion. Today, that spark has happened. An international discussion is ongoing. It has not finished. The spark is still on, and more things are going to happen. Let us listen.
If it didn't happen, it means we didn't do it right. They went ahead to ask me, do you know that the president is going to make? I said, that is what I'm looking for. Anyway, let us continue. So, on this note,
on that explanation, they went ahead to ask him that the presidency is going to be involved. You see, those two statements he made, that short statement he made carries weight. But Master Simon Ekpa is a man who throws a word for you and he will allow you to digest it. For those who are mentally sound, you can digest it. Sometimes you will not get answer to what he says until when it begins to happen. That is the way he speaks. Sometimes you will not get the answer to what he tells you or what he says until it begins to happen. What you are seeing today, that we are seeing, is a spark of that international. And because he knew what was coming, he knew that something is going to happen. Mazi Simon Ekpa decided to institute, to create the committee that are going to run the affairs of Biafra in his absence. Even though he doesn't use that word in his absence. When you check how he started the discussion, arrive to this part he wants to talk about now, you knew that what prompted this very thing he said now, the action to make sure that things are in place, is because of the discussion that was made with the police and the advice that was given. And he began to put this in order. I want you to listen.
I will be announcing a committee for the structure of the Biafra government after declaration.
He is announcing the committee of the structure of Biafran government after declaration. He's announcing the committee that will structure the United States of Biafra government that you and I are in today after declaration. Remember where he started, sparking international discussion. Then he came down, the consequences we are told to him, and he didn't elaborate more on it. He touched it, and now he said it is time to set the record straight, put it in place. He began to put the house in order. And now he came to this very part he's talking about. Listen carefully.
And everyone who have worked with me from the beginning till now will know how I work. I work in a very mysterious way. I can have different group of people working on the same project and they don't know each other. And nobody knows that somebody else is working on the same project. I don't know.
He made this statement to remind them that whatever decision he's going to take now, he has been able to survey. He has been able to survey, giving people different assignments, and after those assignments, he picked the best out of all. And that is why before he made the pronunciation, he will now speak about that. And those who he has given the assignment know themselves. So you wouldn't think that you were the only one giving the assignment. While you were working on that assignment, some other people were working on the assignment. That is why he made this statement. To remind every one of us in the cabinet that this is what I have done. That assignment I gave you, I gave to others also. But after everyone has submitted their assignment, I am picking the best out of all. And he went ahead to announce the people that were qualified to run the affairs of Biafra after declaration. And he goes further to mention.
Some of you may have known that. Yes, so that's how I do my own things. So, but on this note, I will be announcing a new committee that will be working on the structure of government. And the person to head this committee will be Dr. Dorothy. Dorothy, are you here?
Pay attention to the names. After he has given those assignments, different people, and they submitted the assignment, he picked the best out of all that did the assignment, and now he is mentioning those that are going to do the work after declaration. And the very first person he mentioned is Dr. Dorothy. The very name he mentioned now is still in the government under United States of Biafra, working along with the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. She is there as we speak. Let us go.
Dorothy. Anthony?
Unmute yourself.
Dorothy, Anthony, if you are here, can you unmute yourself and say, yes, I am here?
Oh, hold on one second. I think unmute. Okay, go ahead and unmute now. You can unmute now. Yes.
Yes. All right, Dorothy, you are going to head the committee for the Brigade structure that will take place immediately after the declaration in Finland. Do you have any problem heading this committee?
No, Prime Minister, His Excellency.
All right. In addition to Dorothy, members of this committee will be Paul Adinam. Paul Adinam, are you here?
Yes, Paul? Yes, I'm right here, sir.
Honorable Paul, you are going to be part of the committee that will work on the structure of the brigade. Do you have any problem being part of the committee?
No, PM. No, sir.
Do you have any problem working under Dorothy?
No, absolutely not. No, sir.
Thank you very much. The next person in this committee will be Honorable Uche, European Rep. Honorable Uche, are you here?
I want you to pay attention to the names that I mentioned. They are all with United States of Biafra government. This very Uche that has been mentioned now is the same Uche that woman called yesterday. The same Uche that woman, that elderly woman that spoke yesterday, spoke about and said that he is one of the trusted person of mine, which I have spoken about a long time ago. He is mentioned in this, and he is still part of this very government.
Honorable Uche, are you here? If you are here, can you unmute yourself? If you cannot unmute yourself, raise your hand so we know, so they can ask you to unmute. Honorable Uche, are you here?
Honorable Uche, Maaz Uche, I can see him. Unmute yourself, Uche. He's muted. Maaz Uche, unmute yourself.
Maybe he's not close to the system, so somebody can beep him. Somebody get to him, please.
Okay, let me try. Let me see. He earlier said that he might be busy at work. So
okay, all right.
Yeah,
then that's understandable. So Uche, and then the next person will be Honorable Dr. NgoziOrabueze, the COS. Do you have any problem being part of this committee?
No, Your Excellency.
I want you to pay attention to the part of the Deputy Prime Minister today, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. I want you to pay attention to the questions that were asked to her. Pay attention to the question that was asked to her, because we're going to talk about her own appointment before we continue.
No, Your Excellency.
Do you have any problem working under Dorothy?
No, Your Excellency.
She was asked, do you have any problem working under Dorothy in this very committee? Remember, this is a committee to bring out a structure that the United States of Biafra government will run after the declaration, a committee. And the Deputy Prime Minister, COS then, was placed in this committee and to work under Dorothy. And the Prime Minister asked her a taste of diligence, a test of pride, a test of humility, to see how humble, how effective you can work with people. Even though in the hierarchy of the government, she is a senior officer, but in that committee, she was placed under somebody. And Prime Minister asked her, do you have any problem working under this person in this committee? And she said, no, Your Excellency. And she went ahead to work with that committee.
All right. So these names that have been mentioned now will be working on the brigade structure, and they will be presented to the government on the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. I wish you all good luck. I don't want to settle fight.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? These people that we are mentioned here did their job diligently without a fight. And today, in the absence of Mazi Samuel, they are implementing every single thing they have done. Presented to Mazi Samuel and approved. Today is being implemented. And they are all in line, working together without a fight. All these other individuals that you are hearing today, shouting and calling you to come and donate to them, none of them, their name appeared here. And they were all in this meeting. Every one of them were in this meeting, observing and watching. Both the one that claimed to be finance minister, the one, those information, every one of us, we are there. We were all there. These people were chosen before everyone. Names were mentioned. And you see him, I wish you good luck. I don't want to hear a fight. Go ahead and do your job. After watching this video, and you still come out and say you are confused, or you continue to listen to idiots. After watching this video, you continue to listen to idiots. I have nothing to tell you but to tell you, yes, you are an idiot. Just like Martin Nandekan have said, there are many idiots in the Solika Republic called Nigeria, and you are part of them. And you have come into Biafra with your idiocy. And we can't help you. Whatever you believe, go ahead with it. My brother Greg, let's hear from you if you have anything to say on this very video I played, or any understanding you have that is different, or misunderstanding, or argument, or superior argument you have, please bring it forward. Let's speak. Or anybody on the comment section, if you want to join us, go ahead and join us. Go ahead, my beloved brother Greg.
Yeah, thank you, Chis. You know, on my own assessment and thinking, this is where the genesis of the problem we're having today started.
Exactly.
It started from today. Number one, many of them never have in their mind that the PM will have a new government immediately after the declaration of Biafra. Many of them never thought of it. That's number one. Number two, many of them were disappointed that their names were not among the people that were able to be in this committee that we nominate and search for people who will work in the government. Some of them were disappointed.
And they begin to gang up.
And immediately this announcement, I'm telling you before God and man, 80% of these people that are fighting this government today know where they belong. Immediately this announcement.
Absolutely.
They know 100% where they belong. Because they know what has been happening. So, if I may say, I would have, that is why it's good to somebody to have good advisors. to be good advisors to a leader. If I were closer to our PM, I would advise him not to make this thing known to anybody. If PM did not come out, if he have called these people, all these people he called now on the telephone and tell them he want them to do this job, he did not call any name. But if I were him, what I would have done, what difference is, I will come and tell the people that immediately after the declaration of Biafra, we are going to have a new government. We are going to have a new cabinet. The cabinet will be reshuffled, finished. So I will not come out and tell them if I have started selecting people or not. I will not come and tell them if I have appointed people who will be doing this job. Because everybody know, every person that have intention, every person that have been acting the way he have been acting, every person that have been doing what he have been doing, know very well that the PM is a clever person. That all the things they have been doing, that the PM is aware where they are driving to, and know their movement and their actions. So this is where the whole thing gets started. You know, when you watch, after watching this video, you go back to when the PM was trying to resolve the inner problem in the cabinet, when he's trying to make peace between everybody before the declaration of Biafra. So he found out that the man had been going through a lot of things. He had been enduring everybody. He had been trying to make peace so that we will not fail. But those who that have an appointment and have agreement, have assignment inside that cabinet, have never let all those things to be working. So because of the influence and the majority that is supporting the PM, they have not been able to turn the table around the way they're doing it now. So that was what is happening. So these two videos, this video for the PM, the only thing this video is trying to solve now is for those who think that Ngozi just picked up people who she want to work with her after the PM was not was invited. So this video is trying to exonerate Dr. Ngozi in a little way, because they will still not believe that it's the PM that did those people that commit, and that those committee selected some people. But if the PM had been there and this announcement is done, maybe majority of them will go out and start. They will have around just like Emeka, Pastor Emeka, or what do they call him? Some of them will leave some of them will still remain in the Biafra agitation, trying to know if they will still maneuver themselves. You see, so that is what 100% happened. Yeah, but with this video, any person that have sound mind, that are being deceived, that such a thing did not happen, any person that have a sound judgment, this video can do help some people to so our PM, because you know when you watch the film, the statement in Dr. Dame's program, when the PM said that there will be a new government, he did not specify it like this. If you watch Dr. Dame's statement,
of course, that is.
And what happened was
this is cabinet meeting. That one is public.
That's where I'm coming now. That's where I'm coming. So that one is the public. So PM didn't want the public to actually get what is coming to happen. Understand? But this one is inside the cabinet, telling the cabinet. I remember 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the PM was arrested, the admin here, our admin here, told us that the PM have given them that immediately after the that their cabinet even here will be dissolved. So the admin here and all the people who managing here in Germany here, they will be dissolved and another committee will be selected. That is what the woman told us. So that is how we got to know this information. And not just that one that Dr. Damage, our PM went to the interview before Dr. Damage. So this is where they started ganging up. From this moment, they started ganging up. I'm telling you the truth. From this moment, they started ganging up because majority of them know that he will not carry them along. I'm telling you, go and mark it. So what happened is from here, the whole thing started. So in the other area, when all the other statements, he talked about the police and everything, yes, what they told him is exactly what he expected. But little did he know that some of his cabinet are going to work against him up to this level. He didn't expect that some of them will work against him. Because if they did not work against the PM, had it been when after this invitation and they declare Biafra, and everything is still intact, the military who he trusted are still intact, the volume of the discussion would have been very high than what we are talking today. I'm telling you. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Yeah. So, because the Nigerian government will not be comfortable, the international community will not be comfortable. But this one, when immediately he was invited, the people that in the cabinet that gang up against him go and quench the fire that he put in the Biafra land that's supposed to generate more discussion. They go and quench it to say he is the one, since he has been arrested, nothing has been happened. That shows that he has been the one in doing all those things. There's no nothing they want to achieve, just to bring to the help what do you call the Musa to say this and that. So that is what they wanted to achieve. I'm telling you, no other thing. So he knew exactly what he wanted, and he knew that these things might be coming. But little did he know that the army would disappoint him, and some of his cabinet members would disappoint him today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that input. And we thank you, Kabiyama, that things went the way it went. My Prime Minister, Mazi Samadegba, did an excellent job, and he did everything he has to do to see that things are in order. And every one of us can see it. You can imagine what these people are doing with all the information that was made clear to them. Then imagine what they would have done if they didn't see or hear him give a permission. But these are people that had him directly give the order that this will be done, this will be done. And today they pretend not to see it. They pretend not to hear it. Initially, every one of them say it never happened, it never happened, it never happened. But today, videos are now coming out one after more are still going to come out if time permits. You are still going to see more. You are still going to see more. But with the little that have come out today, if there is still a Biafran that is not convinced or is still confused, I am sorry, there's nothing else to explain to you. Today is our fundraising. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, prepare for today's fundraising. It's a very special one, and it is a must that every one of us will be there. Everybody must contribute on today's fundraising to support the United States of Biafra to carry this project. Remember, we have that mandate to protect the United States of Biafra, a mandate that must be protected and defended at all costs. Master Simon Ekpa still wrote a message and he said, we must protect the mandate at all costs. One of the way and the major way we must protect the project is through finance. Finance is very important, both in the diplomatic move both in the armed struggle and in other administrative issues. It needs money. Everybody must contribute. Put your money where your mouth is. Stop listening to propagandists, blackmailers that are working for their belly. It is time for us to work for our nation. I appreciate everyone that have been part of us on this program. Do not miss it. 7 p.m. Biafran time. Join the Zoom. Don't wait until this time. As you leave this platform now, follow the link and make your payment. You can send your receipt to me. I will forward it to the finance department. If you send your receipt to me, I will forward to finance department so that they will announce your name during the time of fundraising if you want it to be announced. If you want it to be anonymous, your name will be announced. It all depends on you. Do not be threatened. The government of Nigeria is trying to do things to make you scared so that you say, oh, you will not donate. They will tell you the account is so that you will not donate. And the saboteurs in Biafra are also trying to deceive you, bringing one person from the other to come and talk to you. But you know what you want. It is either Biafra or nothing. We must have to defend our land. Only us can do it. Nobody can do it for us. My beloved brother Greg, give us your closing remark as we round up so that people can reserve their data for the fundraising also and join the fundraising. Give us your closing remark, my beloved brother Greg, so that we can close up the program.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother Choose. Yeah. It's just only to tell the Biafrans to not to relent, continue doing what you're doing, make sure that it's rained again today, so that the enemies will know that we are not joking, that you guys are serious and they're not winning. So let all Biafrans come out to do the needful. God will bless all who are fighting for the freedom of their people. Thank you, my brother Choose. And see you
so much.
Again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate every Biafran that has been with us on this program from the beginning to the end. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you that have participated on this program. Thank you. Please like and share on this program and prepare also to join us in the evening as we are going to go on the fundraising. Please make sure you are part of it. Make sure as we round up on this program, preserve your data and go directly. If you have the link, go directly now, make your payment, make your donation, and then you send the receipt to any of the media. Send your receipt to any of the media or your coordinator where you are, your admin where you are. Send this is so that your name will be announced if you want so. If you don't want people are making their donation silently, also do so. May Chukwu Okike continue to prosper every Biafrans. May Chukwu Okike continue to bless every Biafrans. We will always succeed, and no weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike and protect our Deputy Prime Minister. Protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Samaka. Protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No evil formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you for being part of this program. I will see you again in the evening by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you so much and stay blessed. See you.
Naya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali wanso jere futa mbaka nchuba diali Kama abulezi okwenu Na baka la kelwego nezi enwe Nuboti akala kelwego nudezi Baka na baba nenu waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu bana tayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu ubanyo Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake kwa wacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be walo tamano. Mo Biafra kuyenu. Kani welo fobi welo tabano banye. Makalo fobi abakama. La no go no way. Mo Biafra na mekele unulina. Nkabo nkani. Wa dati na ijele wanyi bekene mi. Akwage bulu kwekene na fandi otu Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. God in a water cheers a moon or be born you. Where's the can argue? I don't know what you quote. The Kemba one of Biafra land the mountain. I don't want to my fundy mochi the baby can be the mountain. I was a good word in my libonine. The word in my lobia from you. To make what you cool. Papa gives a can logi Filippo F. Young. I was a one walker who Kusio na Biafra e kunyo. Na ya bu Biafra ya tulugo enata. Na vulu na ya bu Biafra e kunyo. Loko gule mwata na kana ele. Abagise kana logo nyendu manzin nande kanu. Amadike Biafra kedebe nolika. Amadike Biafra bianulo.
For the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of excused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NGC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. Nobody wants to do this. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they can
the Biafran government they know na exile cabinet be no no way. Ano e kene uno jisinu ikene. Na tukuna ndana ya agba unu ube. Baka no ya sulo be ya toka imaluge nuwe. Jisinu ike. Kadelo mondi Biafran Liberation Army umuchuku. The agents of Biafra land the great oracles of Biafra na no. Anu weke de no nama. Na no jisi kenan. Atugo ya ba home. Omo chukwene. Ase kana the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Webber. Abuzi kwa batobiyo. Atwalele omo Biafra bianunu. Anonganga piotembe wile name.
When I just show you, you will not see.
Lulilani omo biao. Kudwa komili na kwa nunu.
Yes.
Mwana kwa mo biakeneli o. Odagiri dilu.
All the guys send me to
Ose furu dilo bianunu weni. Makwale na kosa de maranya. Mweji mwagu kojilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo wewalasa. Muzikwe wabatobi. Pagada gidi kebya nulu. Mweji wekwala niyo. Tujine chukunyele ndi Biafra na nunu. Nuna beke nege. Asimono ya dele Biafra ni nenama. Asino ya dele ni nenama. Mandanye na bono mweno utelanyi welien. Mandanye na bono nudonu no mwe. Makana mbona boke kwena bodike. Moya na no moya no. No be voye dobeli nedere no wama believe melema. A good legacy will last forever, wama believe melema. And the remembrance of my bless you.